All right, how y'all doing today? Hope you guys had a good night, good day, whichever one it was for you, because I slept great. Oh man. Yeah, I just realized I looked up and I realized that my lights are at two separate heights. Let me fix that real quick. That looks about right. That would explain so much about why my eyes have been hurting when I look up there when the lighting was uneven. So I know this is a different channel. This is a different panel than we normally go to, but just wanted to say hey and everything before we swapped over to it. I think I've put together something. Let me just swap over so you guys can probably read that a little better. So far, the two required mods are the modular encounters and assertive combat systems. I think I talked with Derg. Also, how you doing, Derg? I talked with Derg about. Nice. The Aventador had to be really comfortable. Please tell me the Aventador was comfortable, or was it kind of cramped for you? All right. So for the challenge, as per Derg's requirements, we have a required modular encounter systems and assertive combat systems. It's a given. We're going to use build info here and build vision here because they just provide so much utility. Paint gun makes painting fun in survival. It also makes it more usable. So Derg and I were talking. The O2 and hydrogen tanks. We're gonna have to put a lot of them on a ship that big. Well, what if we put less, but we make them have 25 times the capacity so they take forever to fill up? Oh, nice. So, yeah, but there are a few other mods here that it's just like they're so nice to have that you almost feel like you need them. Of course, we've got advanced welding because assertive combat does add special, thrusters that you can loot. Advanced welding is almost a given. Sneaky sounds makes it. Oh, nice. Carbon fiber. It is neat. It is neat getting to experience what carbon fiber feels and behaves like. It is kind of cool. Sneaky sounds will let us not drown you guys' ears out when we have to do welding or something. Or grinding. God knows grinding's loud. Cooperative NPC takeover will make it so that we're not having to grind down every last grid on a ship in order to take control of it. We'll just have to grind down the control blocks and stuff like that. And even better, it makes it so that enemy remote control blocks, as they tend to be hidden in a structure, they beep when you get within 10 meters of them, so you can find them. That'll be nice. I figure bigger drills, especially if we're going to be having to really just mow down everything in our path, is going to be nice. That's going to be really nice to be, to have those heavier mining drills, especially for space mining. Who wants to set up a rig on an asteroid when you could just build an asteroid eater? You know. I was thinking about running this mineral synthesizer, but thinking about it, I'm going to take it out. Because if we're running an industrial overhaul, this adds additional resources and even switches up a couple of them. Like it replaces magnesium with niter. Oh, I love that look, dude. Love that look. You know, that's an air intake that they have coming out the top of the engine. It's awesome when you see that. It adds a bunch of new materials, including niter instead of magnesium. And quite specifically, niter can only be found on the surface of planets. It cannot be found in space on asteroids or on moons. Throw them onto the Discord. It's always neat to see that stuff. Just don't dox yourself or anything, you know? That's always important. Don't dox yourself. So, I think we're gonna check out what this mod pack looks like. Just so we can try it out, see if, I'm not going to go very long. We're going to go on, see if we can find anything that immediately does not work. Because what our goal here today is to see how these different mods work together, you know? IO? I mean, there's gonna be 2 or 3 people. And honestly, the whole can only find what amounts to gunpowder on planets gives us a reason to set up multiple bases, continually, return to planets in order, for more mining. You know what? You're not wrong. That IO is it's different than anything I've ever played before. If we're starting a challenge that's already going to be stupid on the size we got to go, maybe don't go IO for on our for first try. Yeah, I when I found it, I saw several of them. I think you're right. We need to cut it out until I have a chance to try it out on different, on its own. And I saw these and I was like, these seem useful, so I kind of want to add them. Yeah. Even lights needed a patch for it. Holy shit. Yeah, no, let's cut that out and try it out on a separate series altogether. Because it sounds like it's literally going to be a mod pack based around that one mod and all the patches it requires. We're going to add seismic surveying and radio spectrometry. Took a whole season to get mobile. And Kanajashi is actually good at the game, unlike me. So, you're right. Even, well, if he was also running a water mod, that kind of explains that. All right, yeah. Yeah, we'll put that off for now. We will add this gravel resources extractor because the last thing I want to do is when we start out not be able to get a hold of, the last thing I want to do is when we're in the very early, still stuck on the planet stage of the game, not be able to find cobalt to build, metal grids, or worse of worse, not be able to find magnesium. Those are something I do not want us to have too much trouble with. What do y'all think? That is a pulse thruster. Where is it? Let me open it up in the workshop. Oh wait, you guys can't see this. It's part of a series of alternate thruster mods. They're just basically they're almost useless unless you that's part of a series of modular thruster mods that are basically useless unless you're uncapping the speed limit. If you're not uncapping the speed limit, on ships, they're just cosmetic. Yeah. Unless you're running a mod to uncap speed limit, they're kind of pointless because they have things like 2x and 8x power mod, thrusters. That's kind of yeah. Thermal thrusters use ion models but work on both planet and space. That feels like it'd be extremely busted, even if they're expensive. I mean, unless they require platinum or some new resource that's only available in space, that feels like it would be extremely busted because it'd be a way to just ignore having to build hydrogen thrusters altogether in the early game. That feels like it would be neat but busted. Only try. All right. So what do you guys think of this list so far? Do we want the rotary airlock? I use it in my current series. It is actually the main entrance to my base. Do you think we should have it in the mod pack, because it does provide a way to not break the airtight of the base every time you leave it without having to do any sensor shenanigans? Fair enough. How you doing, Kuro? It's been a while. Kuro, bad things are happening. My arms are disappearing. Keep the airlock? Yeah. I'm gonna have to get gloves for you guys to be able to see my hands soon enough. I'm gonna turn into a head and a pair of hands. So somebody suggested this mod to me, and I'm not. I've checked out the mod page for it, but I haven't actually used it. Kanan, how you doing? Yeah, I'm turning into Haunter basically. The MA plasma reactor mod. The bearded Zordon is what you see. You realize now I'm going to have to get a camera overlay of Zordon's tube. I'm going to have to get an overlay of Zordon's tube to put my head in. Oh God. So the tagline for the description of this mod is, give your ship a proper engineering deck with this expandable plasma power system. Work in progress. Plasma thrusters are coming. It's basically it's a reactor that converts plasma fuel to gas, and generators which run directly off said gas. It does require oxygen enabled to be able to run it, which, why wouldn't it be? The pictures I'm seeing are absolutely massive machines, which is perfect for this, for this challenge, when you consider that we're building a 1,200 foot long ship. 1,200 meter long ship. This is actually perfect for powering the ship. So yeah, let's add this. There was another mod that was suggested called the Spacebar Bridge consoles. I did not subscribe to this one at the time, but let's go check it. I'm going to check it out on the workshop real quick. Looks like Spacebar is actually a user that's created several mods, including a cockpit mod. Yeah, this is true. If Dirg's going to be able to get on, he'll be on a laptop. I think we'll stay away from this one. I might use this one in a future solo playthrough. Not on the mod. Not on the challenge. Oh. I'm using Steam mods, so I don't think your brother would be able to join. I know you can mod on Xbox, but it's only the mod.io portal ones that you can use on it. That is a problem there. We may have to, yeah. We may have to, in the future, attempt to do the challenge pure vanilla. We may take on the challenge pure vanilla, which would be brutal. Which would be brutal doing it all pure vanilla. Like, it's going to be bad. It's going to be, just horrific doing this with assertive combat systems on and modular encounters. But, doing it all vanilla with no improved information, no, easier NPC, grid takeover. The only benefit you would have is you'd have less aggressive NPC factions. That would be the only benefit you'd have there. Right, so what I've set up is, a survival. Currently, since I'm just testing out the mods, I am leaving it in private. I'd be stupid not to put the character inventory size to ×10. I'm only leaving the block inventory size at ×5. Now that we're not using Industrial Overhaul, I don't feel bad about setting the assemblers to ×3. Industrial Overhaul requires them to be at ×1. I feel like we should turn on environment hostility. If we're going, for this. Because having asteroids coming down that might have small pieces of platinum, uranium, and other materials, that could be useful. What's up, Dirk? What? What? That's... the fuck? I've got to look this up real quick. No, I'm seeing it right here. He's not wrong, but it requires using an Xbox. It requires using a keyboard and mouse. Hey, look, it's look, it's somebody that's game banned. The auto mod caught it on. It was a free best viewers seller, a best viewers bot, trying to sell views. Officially, they're not available on Xbox, but there is you can use PC's NVIDIA GeForce Now service to stream PC games from the Edge browser on Xbox. So technically, yes, you can play PC Space Engineers on there via streaming, but I'm conflicted on that information. Since we will be playing on a dedicated server instead of on a home PC, I do plan on disabling PCU. Because if we're talking about 1,200 block long shit. If we make that 10 wide, and 10 tall, that's going to hit the 1 million limit pretty easily. So I'm going to turn off PCU for the challenge. And we will be enabling spiders and wolves, because of course if we're going to go for full masochist for this, we are going to enable spiders and wolves. I almost feel like I should be enabling aim assist and then learning how to play with a controller. Yeah, you're not wrong at all. Yeah, we are going to have multiple ships, bar none. We're going to have drones alone. The fact that we've got drones alone means we are going to need more, as much PCU as we can get. Again, part of the reason why we'll be running this off of a paid dedicated server instead of my home PC, because we'll be able to do things like that. I might actually decide to shell out for a little extra RAM just so we can support more, because kinda want it. So I think this is going to be good for a for what we've for our challenge. What do you guys think? Is this going to be good for the challenge? And we're still a few days off from even being able to begin the challenge, because I have to get paid before I can get rent the dedicated server. But I think this is going to, yeah, it's a good selection of mods without being ridiculous. Mostly quality of life with a couple mostly quality of life with a couple block additions, as well as a combat overhaul. We have not added any weapon mods. Important to note, we have not added any weapon mods. So, so the NPCs are still going to be using all the vanilla mod weapons. Which of course means that there's the possibility of railgun drones being one of the first things we encounter enemy-wise. All right, let's start this up and see how this goes. $3 says I spawn in a freaking mountainous region, and I end up on the side of a mountain. When we were talking, because that is my luck. Historically speaking, more often than not, my spawns have put me on the side of a mountain when I try to start a new world. It's a little annoying. And my roommate just left for work. It's that time of day already. Let's see what we get. What's that? And when I say I'm quite literally streaming in a little box, that's a wall. That's a wall. That's open. I am in the corner. You know, in fact, it is actually almost tradition where if I get really, really stressed out and pissed off about something I did in chat, I'm probably going to bang my head on the wall. All right. We did say we were talking about dropping in on Earth-like. Because of the general guaranteed. Yeah, dude. This is where we're spawning in. We're going Earth-like because actually only players currently available. No faction. Join. Too bad you can't. Too bad you. I thought we killed that bird last week. All right, let's jump in. Let's see where we're going to end up. Oh, look, mountains. Oh, look at that. Mountains everywhere. Well, plateaus. You know. Wonder. I don't know. Very rarely is it that Yuki shows up on a weekend stream before 8 or 9 a.m. This is a rare stream, by the way, for me. I am normally not a weekend streamer. Are we only on 1 foot? We are only on 1 foot. No, we got 2 feet, I think. All right. First time in a new seed. Let's start out by immediately getting a faction set up. There's assert right at the top. All right. Yeah, it would. And there's an assert research base right there. There's an assert research base right there. Let me just... Oh, I didn't want that. Let me just go ahead and get the pistol out because it might be the only thing that keeps me alive. Let's see. 3 kilometers away. 3 kilometers away. So I am within range right from the get-go of an assert hostile group. Just make sure I have the pistol handy. All right. Step 1. Let's see if we can spot any nearby. This is relatively flat here. Oh, look, there's something right there. So we have some ore patch nearby at least. Go find out what it is. least it looked like an ord patch. Okay, well, I saw it. What was it? Silver. Silver. We've got silver near us. We've got silver near us, so we have the ability to build more respawn, more survival kits. I spawned in a bad spot. Yeah, want cobalt and iron right away, and preferably some ice too. Preferably some ice too. So let's replace that passenger chair. Yeah, let's replace that passenger chair with a usable piece of equipment, a usable door. Wait, you're right. I can just add a remote and a gyro. You're right. You need to do a little bit of digging for resources, but why are you spawning me on top of it? Oh, and there's a meteor storm. No, 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 no. Don't you dare come closer, Golden Spear. Do I risk checking those? Yeah, nah. Screw that. Turned on the Swiss maker. Yeah, because it can provide resources early on. What even is that attached to? I've got foot on my ass. Is what that is. Is there anything in that parachute hatch? There is nothing in that hatch. That's right. I can destroy that, can't I? Wait, why am I... It's only attached to a chair. I wish you could go lower. Take out the parachute, you're saying? That's right, there is that hydro thruster on the bottom. That's right. I don't need to grind it down all the way. I just need to get the steel tubes out of it. Gyroscope. Oh, right. The gyro's locked behind something. Where is the gyro? Gyro is locked behind the control seat. Wait, what? And the control seat's locked behind landing gear. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Progress is on. Why wouldn't it be? But that does give us access to the gyro and the remote. So. No. Wait. Where's the gyro? I know we saw it in here. Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. Yeah, that's frustrating that, it's frustrating because progression is on. No. Yeah, better get mining, yeah. And what's worse is I have to be careful. Space wolves and space spiders are on also. We did decide we were gonna go full masochist for this, so. At least we know the early game is going to be required. We're not going to be able to skip ahead. But it does mean we may want to shop around for a better spawn point. We may not want to take our starting spawn point if it means being right next to one of their bases. All right, yeah, we'll get some stone going. We'll just go ahead and take this one out because it's the one on the seat of the chair. Don't get why they would build it that way, but they did. True, so unless we want to intentionally spawn, dump ourselves on a mountain, we're going to have to deal with them. Of course. I mean, considering we might only be able to get 3 players in, I don't know how many people want to participate. If we get more than 3 players, we'll divide the number of players by 2 and say that's how many per faction. But if there's only 3 of us, we're just gonna say that faction, one faction. Yeah, keep it simple. If there's only 3 of us, we work together. If there's enough players for multiple factions, we then we'll worry about it. Yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, we've got me and you, Durg, and possibly one other. I would like for us to be able to at least get 3 people in. If anyone else would like to join in, feel free to join the Discord. Alright, we are just missing a gyro now. But the challenge is essentially you have to build a between 900 and 1200 block long ship. Full, with minimum 6 drone fighters, and I think we said 96 drone missiles, I think was what it said, what we said. Right. I think all the Atmo thrusters are they're off by default. I forgot about that. Forgot that. Didn't we? Ever done this before? This is gonna be interesting. All right. Legit never done this before, so this should be interesting. But I think we want to... Nice. Well, we're definitely yeah. And tilt to turn. You know. Ideally right now. Oh, good point. I did not. Oh, it is by default, but it's only it's a small grid, so gotta find some first. Yeah. Do y'all see any ore spots? Oh, that might be one. Yeah. Now I'm suddenly regretting not building a parachute and removing the parachute hatch. Yes. The biggest part of the challenge, it's going, I saw an ore patch right over here. That did not work. You did not mention that. How am I supposed to land this? You're talking to a guy who has a reputation for wrecking ships. I do not have a good reputation for landing atmospherics. I think it's the whole reason I've never tried this before. I think the challenge I'm having is getting close enough to the planet for this. Really? Really? I was so close. I actually kind of like this location. Nope. Oh, that's course it's gonna roll. Finally locked it, and the cockpit's gone completely. Great. Oh. Oh, I wonder, is it still intact? It still works. The survival kit is actually offline, which means the battery's damaged. Oh, the battery's dead. That's game over, yeah. That's game over for this that was game over. Battery dead. Backspace protocol, pretty much. Battery dead means you can't really use that survival kit. All right, let's see how effed this one is. All right, hey, look, there's our old landing spot. Oh, I didn't see any ore patches. Oh boy. Oh, hey, we've got ice underground right here. Yes! Ice available right away without having to search for it. Means that is sweet. Ice right away without having to search for it. Oh, nice. Actually, a lot of it. Oh, crap. All right, give me a sec. The weird thing is, there actually was somebody at the door. The weird thing is, there actually was somebody at the door. I don't know how to feel about that. They were walking up right as I checked the front door. That's creepy and hilarious at the same time. All right. Well, we know we've got ice out the wazoo. This time we landed in an ice biome. I do not want to go hovering, right away to look for ore patches. So I just want to do a quick trip around. I am willing to go full. Wait, did that get rid of our progression? No, it did not remove our progression, so we do still have our progression. Unfortunately, I do not think in our immediate vicinity we have anything other than ice and stone. Which sucks. I would have liked to find some cobalt right away. If we'd had cobalt nearby, I would have been 100% fine with being in this area because it would have meant that we could build up ships. But without cobalt, we can't really do that. More ice. Of course there's more ice. Yeah, I don't think we have anything but ice nearby, which is still fine. You know, we do have the gravel resources extractor mod, which means that any gravel we get from the gravel resources extractor mod does let us get trace amounts of all the resources from gravel. So we can still manage. We can still manage right now. You know, which if we're in, for this challenge, this is fine. Now, our goal isn't to try to find the perfect resources. We're trying to build up enough industry to get us off planet so that we can take advantage of the asteroid field for both protection as well as resources for building a large scale ship. So yeah, with the gravel resources extractor mod, the only thing we're worried about for location is ice, because you can't get ice from the gravel resources extraction mod. That progression's going to send you... You can get like over half of what progression is required just by grinding down and fixing things on the respawn ship. Progression will only matter at for your assembler. Like, legitimately, let's sit on the ship and look at the progression screen. Oh, right. I can't look at the... Right. We build a basic assembler, which we're going to have to do. It unlocks turrets, lights, better medical equipment. Building a basic interior light after we build an assembler. Like I said, legitimately, if you other than needing to build a basic assembler and a refinery, most of your progression comes from your freaking rover. I wouldn't grind down and rebuild the battery on the rover, but you're going to build one of those on your base right away, too. You can hold off building an interior block until you're ready to, start decorating, because all of it's cosmetics. Building a refinery gives you access to the ore detector and the drill immediately, a basic refinery. Same thing with the assembler and industrial assembler. Setting up your basics of a base unlocks so much. Is easy. It's easy to unlock your early info. Grinding down then rebuilding your landing gear gives you all of your wheels, as well as the passenger seat. Then replacing the passenger seat with a freaking with a cockpit of any kind that's not a passenger seat gives you access to engine, to your thrusters, as well as a decent amount of your weapons. And the more advanced weapons you build, you get access to better stuff. You build your O2H2 generator, you get access to your cryo chamber, and stuff like that. You also get access to the hydrogen engine as well as hydrogen tanks. They shouldn't be buildable by default in the mod. The mod should disable them from being built by default. the way it's described, it's pretty much, you know, pretty much disabled by default. I mean, and even if they aren't, they're not under the way the assertive combat systems mod works, it should be disabled. You know, they should be only available on assertive, as loot from assertive ships anyway, and bases. So I think this is doable. This is doable. You know, like you grind, step one, grind down a freaking landing gear, rebuild it before it break, before it's fully ground down, and then go from there. Grind that down so immediately, so you get access to your cockpits. So you get access to the start of your progression. Where is it? All the way up here? Yeah, no, down here. Yeah. Grind that down so you immediately get access to your rover wheel, so you can build yourself a rover or build more parachutes if you need, if you need to. It gets you access to your cockpits, which gets you access to your weapons and your thrusters, as well as the drill, apparently. Which we've got the drill unlocked. Then we build a basic refinery, we get access to the ore detector. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, legitimately, that and the survival kit gets you like half of the stuff you need. I did not want to get on the ship. I meant to hit G. Let's see. Well, actually, I did want to, because apparently, man... I swear, that's the mod I want. That's the mod I want, is a mod to change the voice of the AI. Let's find the survival kit in here, see what we... see where it is. Grinding down and rebuilding the survival kit doesn't get you anything. I'm going through the progression and I cannot find, I'm not looking specifically for the survival kit, but I'm also not seeing it in any of the unlocked stuff. Where is it? It's actually a little weird. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing the survival kit. I mean, can I even build one right now? Yeah, you can build a survival kit by default. I mean, the landing gear is a given. You want to do the landing gear pretty much right away because it gets you access to your wheels. If you don't want to do the lander, do the flying, it's perfect for converting into a rover, which would actually be better for your ore detecting because now you're not having to try to get close to the ground. Honestly, before I'd go searching, I'd take advantage of the survival kit and set up a small base with a basic assembler and refinery and a cargo pod on it. Because the refinery unlocks being able to build more ore detectors. The O2H2 unlocks additional. It unlocks well, actually, it doesn't unlock much beneficial. Other than build a hydrogen engine as well as tanks as well as thrusters. I mean, I think that might just be a you thing, Kuro. And just getting any cargo container up and running, even on a small grid. There's a small grid cargo container in your freaking, lander. There's a small grid cargo in the lander. Let me pull around to the front and we can look in here. Small cargo container right there. You grind that down, rebuild it. Suddenly you unlock your conveyors. You build a really basic base. Yeah. You build a really basic base. Build a wind turbine on it for next to nothing. Now you've got access to pistons and rotors and hinges. Merge blocks. The whole. Everything we need. You grind down and rebuild that beacon, which actually doesn't unlock anything. It doesn't look like, but or if it does, it's not detailed here. It's actually, where is the antenna? I have not seen the antenna. We might have to grind down and rebuild the beacon to unlock antennas. Yeah, we do. I'd say grind down and rebuild the battery, but we all know that's a risky proposition on your maybe turn that off, because what in the shit? I mean, you could try grinding down the rover. I mean, technically you just got to get it down to the computers and then rebuild it, I think it's safe to say we both know this, we're not going to be hanging out in this world for too long. What is going on? What's going on here? Why were you not showing me stuff? Weird. What's going on here? You guys aren't having any issues, are you? My audio mixer's acting funny. And that's something we're going to have to be concerned about. Nighttime comes, we're going to have to be worried about hostile mobs. Can't get me if I'm up here. I did not expect that. Night comes, we're going to have to be worried about those. I was not expecting that. That's all right, where are they? Can we see them? That wolf had eaten 17 computers, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to realize that. That wolf had eaten 17 computers. Oh, shoot, I did not see how low my, Oh, the worst part about mountainous terrain. Not being able to see ore patches very well. Oh, man. Well, we have a confirmed mod pack, Kuro. And Derg, the entire goal of this stream was for us to figure out the mod pack we wanted to use. I think we've confirmed it. So I am going to call the stream here. And I will start, planning the mod. I will start planning the server. I'll start looking. I'll pick out which one I want to get, and I'll be ready to buy it as soon as I get paid. So I'm gonna call it here for you guys. I will catch you guys next time on Monday for sure. See you later. Peace. I 100% planned for this to be a shorter stream than it was.